Greetings and welcome to another Pokemon 2019 or Pokemon Journeys the series anime video. In this video I want to talk about episodes 111 and 113 of Pokemon Journeys, which will be airing soon. These episodes were only recently revealed, and I mean recently. This happened today, only hours ago at the time of recording this video. Said episodes were revealed alongside their titles and their summaries. These episodes will surely be interesting and I am eager to watch them, which is why I decided to halt production momentarily on my episode 109 review so that I could bring this video and the news to you as soon as possible. So, let's get to it. First up is episode 111. The title of this episode is Mohn and Lillie, Snowfield Reunion. So from the title, it is obvious that Lillie will return in this episode and she will finally reunite with her father Mohn. Gladion will also return in this episode and we can probably assume that Lusamine will return as well. Now, of course, at the end of the Sun and Moon series, Lillie, Gladion, and Lusamine left the Galar Region alongside Magearna in order to search for Mohn. In episode 37 of Pokemon Journeys, Ash and Go went to the Galar Region, where Ash reunited with his friends, family, and Pokemon from the Sun and Moon series. But he could not reunite with Lillie, Gladion, and Lusamine since they were still searching for Mohn. Lillie and Gladion did appear in episode 37, but only briefly, when Lana read a letter sent by Lillie where she explained what she and her family were up to. So in episode 111, we will finally see Lillie, Gladion, and Lusamine again. We will see the conclusion of their search and they will finally find Mohn, which is great. I said in my review of episode 37 that it was a shame that Lillie and Gladion could not get more screen time. So it's nice that they will return in an episode focused on them. Now this episode also had its summary revealed. According to the summary of this episode, a mysterious Pokemon appears in the Crown Tundra of the Galar Region. So Ash, Chloe, and Go decide to travel to the Crown Tundra to investigate. And it's here that they will run into Lillie and Gladion, who are in the Crown Tundra as well, searching for Mohn. Hence why the title of the episode includes Snowfield Reunion. It's cool that this episode will take place in the Crown Tundra, and I wonder if the mysterious Pokemon that is mentioned in the summary is Calyrex. Mysterious Pokemon makes me think of a legendary Pokemon or a mythical Pokemon. What better legendary Pokemon to appear in the Crown Tundra than Calyrex? Now there are other legendary Pokemon native to the Crown Tundra of course, but two of them will appear in the other episode I will discuss in this video. And while one of the Galarian legendary birds could appear in episode 111, I still think that Calyrex is more likely. But yeah, there really isn't much more to say about this episode going by just the title and the summary. Unless I speculate, but I don't want to do this since the preview for this episode will be out alongside episode 110 on May 13, which is just a few days from now. So there really is no point in speculating about this episode when we will know more about it very soon. Therefore, I will just revisit this episode in a preview discussion once the preview is out. But yeah, episode 111 should be great and I cannot wait to see it. Episode 111 will air on May 20. Finally, we get to episode 113. The title of this episode is The Last Mission. Get Regieleki and Regidrago. Now, when I saw Last Mission, I immediately thought, wait, do they mean the last mission of Project Mew? And it will be to catch Regieleki and Regidrago? I did think that it is a bit too early to have the final mission of Project Mew, but then I remembered that these missions are just to join the project. They still need to actually carry out the project, so it makes sense that the final mission will happen soon, so that there is time for Project Mew itself, since Pokemon Journeys will likely end this year. Therefore, they need to start wrapping everything up. Now, this episode also had its summary revealed. According to the summary, Go does indeed receive his final mission for Project Mew and he travels alone to the Split Decision Ruins. Here, Go finds Gary. I think that it's safe to say that Gary will get the same mission. Since the title of the episode says Get Regieleki and Regidrago, it's clear that the mission will be to catch these two legendary titans. But while the title of the episode says and, I think that or is more fitting. I doubt that the mission will be to catch both titans. Instead, I think that the mission will be to catch one of them. because this is more feasible. It would be insane to tell someone to catch 2 legendary Pokemon, even if it is the final mission. This would also match the game since you can only catch one of these 2 Titans, and it would also give Gary and Go the chance to catch one of the Titans each, instead of having them compete to catch the same one or to catch both. So I think that Gary and Go will each choose one Titan and they will face a said Titan in a battle with the hopes of catching it, since this will be the final mission and will determine who can join Project Mew. Therefore, I think that Gary or Go or both will complete the mission, meaning that they will catch a legendary Pokemon, which is of course insane, though not unbelievable in Go's case. Now, if only one of the 2 completes the mission, then it is likely that Go will be the one who completes it, since he is, well, a protagonist unlike Gary. And Gary is Go's rival. As is tradition, Go has to defeat his rival at least once. I do wonder what Horace will do for his final mission. Will they tell him to catch one of the other Regis perhaps? It is worth mentioning that during Go's first mission, which was just a test mission, Regis appeared. Also in episode 88, which is another episode in which Go had a mission for Project Mew, Asahi and Tsurugi battled a Regirock. And in the latest opening for Pokemon Journeys, Asahi, Tsurugi, and Go are seen facing all the legendary Titans, including Regigigas, while in front of the split decision ruins, with Regieleki and Regidrago being featured more prominently. So episode 113 was teased by this newest opening. And it is clear that the legendary Titans are very relevant to Project Mew. Now Registeel and Regigigas have yet to appear in Pokemon Journey, so I wonder if we will see them as well at some point. Maybe during Project Mew, since they will not appear before the final mission, though maybe they will appear during it. Maybe Horace will have to catch one of them and he will do so off-screen or in a brief scene during episode 113. It is worth noting that in order to face Regidrago or Regieleki in the games, you do need to have the original 3 legendary Titans in your party. But of course, this requirement will likely be ignored in the anime for obvious reasons. But yeah, there really isn't much more to say about this episode, going by just the title and the summary of it. This episode should be an interesting one, especially if Gary and or Go do catch a legendary Pokemon. Episode 113 will air on June 3. But that's everything I have for you in this video. I will follow up this video with preview discussions for both episodes once the previews have aired, since the previews should provide some more information to talk about. And of course, I will also upload video reviews for both episodes once they have aired. So please look forward to all these videos. But that's the end of this video, as always. Leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this right away. Thank you very much for watching and let's meet again in the next video.